Good morning, everybody. I don't know about you, but there's certain days in training that just leave me wrecked the next day. Yesterday was one of those. We had a pretty heavy squat day and I did some accessory squat work as well. So my legs and hips and a little bit of low back are kind of trashed. So I wanted to take a minute and go through some of the things that I do as a recovery for these days. So if you want to hang with me, we're going to do about 5 or 6 different exercises that are going to get you to knock some of that soreness out, get some of your mobility back so that you're able to go into training the next day and not regret it. So hang with me and let's have some fun. All right, so don't expect some big earth-shattering craziness today. What we're looking for are some of the oldies and goodies that really help with my soreness on a daily basis. There may be a couple that you haven't seen before, but we're keeping this pretty simple. The first one that we're going to do, my hip flexors like to light up when I've done a lot of squatting. So what I'm going to do today is start off with a nice easy Samson stretch. We're going to lunge forward, keep that chest nice and tall, squeeze that butt, push those hips forward and just lean into it. Okay, so when we go into this, we're going to hold it about 20 to 30 seconds. Right through there, get that big pull right across the front of that hip. I'm going to come out of it and show you from the side. What we do is we go right here. I don't want to see this. While you may get an increased stretch in that area, you're placing all kinds of torque in that low back, and that's not what we want to see. So we're going to keep that chest tall, tighten up those abs, squeeze that butt, and act like a dog tucking its tail under and shift forward. Like I said, about 20 to 30 seconds here will really do you a lot of good, and if you're staying active through the core and through the butt, you're going to get that big pull right through the front of that hip flexor. We're going to slowly come out of it, then we're going to go to the other side. Nice and simple. Keep those abs tight, tuck that butt under, and push forward. This is one of those days where having stretchy scrub pants really helps a lot. If you want, you can get a little bit of a side bend away from the back leg. Don't go crazy, but it is okay to have a little bit of a side bend there. So in my recovery days, I like to alternate a stretch and an exercise. I don't want to spend too much time just lengthening out that tissue. One of the things that helps me a ton after heavy squatting or deadlifting is getting my core activated. So what we're going to do is we're going to take yoga ball and we're going to do some torso twists on it. So we're going to go from the side here. You're going to sit on the ball. You're going to roll out. Let me get this positioned right. We're going to go up onto the shoulders. What I want you to do is keep those abs tightened up, squeeze that butt really tightly so that you get that good bridge position. While holding those abs tight, you're going to clasp your hands. You're going to rotate up onto your shoulder. Nice and slow. These are controlled motions. We're not looking for ballistic here. Try and keep your knees at 90 degrees. This ball's a little bit small for me today, so we just make do with what we've got, right? All right, so really simple there. The reason that we do this is we want to reclaim the motion that we've been working on. So if we have a lot of soreness through the buttocks, a lot of soreness through the abs, a lot of soreness through the back, we want to work those tissues. That'll help pump some blood flow into it, release some of that tissue tension a little bit, and get you back mobile. All right, so one of my absolute favorite stretches, especially after heavy squatting day, is the pigeon. It's really important that we don't just collapse our back down the whole way, but getting into that pigeon stretch and really getting those glutes stretched out can be a great help so you're not waddling like a duck the next day. So what we're gonna do, you're gonna bring your leg up, you're gonna let it fall out. We're gonna get into a 90 degree position with these legs, and you're gonna come all the way down. Right here, get as close to it as you can, really try to drop that chest down into the floor while still maintaining a flat back. Okay, I'm gonna get into it from the side. All right, so we've got this hip position all the way up here. What I see a lot in the office is this right here, where that back begins to round out. Stay nice and tight and hinge at the hip, and you'll really get that big pull through the hamstring and that buttocks. We're gonna go about 30 seconds here. Just let yourself sink back into that hip, back towards that back corner. And in the sake of time, we're gonna go ahead and unfold out of that one and go to the other side. Ooh, this left one is tighter. Generally, you will see one side that is a little bit tighter. That's a normal occurrence. Usually it goes on your weaker side. So, not that you're weak, but you might have one side that's just not quite up to par with the other one. So, this gives you an idea of what you can work on as well. When you've got that one hip that tightens up a little bit more than the other, you probably want to be doing a little bit more strengthening and accessory work on that side. Very good. We're going to unfold out of that and come. All right, so like I said, we're going to be alternating between stretch and strengthen, trying to get that blood flow pumping, but also elongate those tissues. One of my favorite ways to get a buttocks fired up so that you can kind of regain that motion and regain that strength you had is a step up onto an object. Ideally, I want to see about a 20 to 24 inch box. Today I've got this bench press bench, so that's what we're going to start with. It's really important to keep that chest position nice and straight. So what we're going to do is we're going to come up here, keep those abs tight, press up, press down, back up, and down. Okay, the most common thing that I see when people are getting a little fatigued or when they're really sore is this right here. Okay, I even went a little bit too far and had to continue my momentum. But they'll start to see that chest drop and use their momentum to raise to the box. What I want to see is foot on there, squeeze that butt, raise up, hold those abs nice and tight, and then a nice easy step down and controlled, okay? So we also want to see from the side, you can also do this in a side step, and this is going to show you if you're deviating side to side this way. So we're going to go here, real close to the box, step up, step down, step up. The fail here is this one right here, or even that one, all right? So we're really looking for that nice straight up and down chest position in the front and back plane as well as the side to side. All the way up, all the way down. Show you on what that looks like on the other side. All right, so we've been through 4 movements. What we're gonna do is get into the final movement. I saved this one for last because it's usually when my legs are the most smashed. And this really helps get that blood pumping into them and restore my motion. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do some squat bottoms because we just spent time doing wall balls and front squats and all the crazy stuff that fatigues you. But we're gonna do squat bottoms. We're gonna hold 10 seconds and then we're gonna go up into a bootstrapper squat. We're gonna do this 4 or 5 rounds just until we feel those hamstrings let go, feel comfortable at the bottom of the squat with the hips. First couple might be a little ugly, that's okay. Just spend some time working it, spending some time at the bottom. I also like to kind of shift side to side and explore the outer edges of those ankles. I'll show you that here in just a second. It'll help restore that motion to the ankles, restore that motion to the hips, and get you more comfortable down at the bottom of that squat again. So what we're gonna do, feet right out, just basically a little bit outside the shoulders. Arms out, sit down into the bottom of that squat. You can shift to the sides, kind of explore the outer edges of those ankles. You're really pushing out into that side, but otherwise just hang out right there for me. Try and keep this active, keep that core nice and tight, and keep that back flat. After holding that for about 10 seconds, we're gonna raise up and you're just gonna push your butt up into the air, get that big hamstring stretch, and then stand it up like a good morning. So from the side, it's gonna look something like this. Stay nice and active. Deep into that squat, hold that back position good. Hang out there for about 10 seconds. Then we're going to slowly drive the hips up, get that big push into the hamstring, and all the way up into a good morning. Do that 4 or 5 rounds and you're really going to start to feel those hips open up. You're going to feel the ankles start to move a little bit better. So hopefully this helps you out today. If you have any questions, feel free to shoot me a message, leave a comment under the post. Here to help you guys, and as always, performance is our #1. So if we can get you back active, give us a call and we'll help you out. Have a great one, guys.